Let's hear a good exhaust note, AK. Ooh. Oh, that sounds good. Oh, what's that,
Smooth,
AK?
smooth.
Ooh, what is that?
Smooth, Derek D.
Is that a 488 Spider?
That is smooth. Whoa! Derek D! What are we doing in a Ferrari?
I know, right? Everyone's probably watching thinking the same thing. What is Derek D and AK doing in a Ferrari 488 Spider on the FLD channel? I don't know, what do you say we pull in and let them know?
Let's go.
All right. Well, how you doing, folks? And you're probably wondering why we're here. Well, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Derek D, and I hosted Fastlane Daily, well, for, let's just say, pretty much 10 years.
And I'm Alan Kaufman. I produced Fastlane Daily for the better part of a decade, but I've worked with Derek very closely on something that I think you'll be very excited about.
A sitcom called Coppin Stayles, based on when the show was bought and moved to Brooklyn, New York, back in, was it 2016?
You know, Derek D, it feels good to be back at one of these things with you.
Sure does. Hold your head. Yeah, you know, when we moved there, we were like, this is going to be great. It's all new. We got a big company backing us. And we got there, we just kind of felt like we were always working. And it seemed like a lot of people might not have been. What we observed there was hilarious.
And it became the material for Coppin Stayles, our sitcom.
Exactly. So the story isn't a true story, but it is based in truth.
Whoa, Derek D, Derek D.
Derek D and I, we've known each other a long time, and when Fastlane Daily ended, we promised ourselves we would do something else.
Actually, Derek D and I worked together on a show for PBS after FLD ended, but unfortunately, it was pulled right before production.
And then I had this revelation in summer of 2019. I was out on a long training walk.
A 13-mile trek.
And it occurred to me that taking our experience working on Fastlane Daily, specifically in Brooklyn, would make for a really great sitcom.
He gets back, he calls me, he's like, Derek D, I got the idea. I'm like, what? And in a 13-mile walk, he came up with this whole outline of what this show now is.
A workplace comedy based on what was a marginal experience in industrial Brooklyn when the show had been purchased by a major media conglomerate.
Now, a workplace comedy has been done before. Sure, The Office, you know, you name it. But this has never been done. A workplace comedy based around the environment and experiences in Brooklyn, New York, built around a show called Fastlane Daily. I'm gonna kind of hit a little bit around this chicane.
The unique component of Coppin Stayles is that it takes place in an environment yet depicted on television. Industrial Brooklyn, modern workplace Brooklyn.
Yeah, and the name of the show is Coppin Stayles because that's just something we said all the time on set. Definitely copping some styles.
Coppin some Stayles.
From the Chevy Cruze. It was like a lingo we had that I always say, be like, oh, AK, you're copping cane styles. Whatever it would be. It's just a funny inside thing, so that's why the show is named that, in case you're wondering.
You know what I hate being about in a car like this? People look at us and they say, look at those two assholes in that Ferrari.
Yeah. This dude is not only a super talented writer, producer, who has worked with some heavy hitters and written other sitcoms that garnered a lot of interest and option deals from major TV networks. And I know he doesn't want me to say this, but he is a cancer survivor battling stage 4 brain and lung, and he's right here in remission.
And I don't want anybody to feel bad for me.
No one's gonna feel bad for you. I mean, people might be like, whoa, wait,
Don't
what?
feel bad for me. And the show was created around Derek DeAngelis, who hosted for 9 years and is also an experienced actor. We co-wrote the pilot. We know what we're talking about. They say, write what you know. We wrote this with what we knew. You may know us, you may not know us. Nevertheless, we feel that Coppin Stayles really hits on the nerve of what it's like to work right now in a place that a guy like me was not accustomed to, and I don't think Derek was accustomed to either when we moved out there.
Whoa, Derek D.
I got it. We've been working on this, like we said, for almost 2 years. This is an entire show Bible of Coppin Stayles. It has the full pilot and then 9 more synopsis episodes. So this is the real deal.
This is sick. This is so sick.
And we embrace diversity. The characters are based on people that we actually worked with.
Maybe some of the characters are like 2 or 3 people put together into one. Oh, is that nice?
Imagine a clash of cultures. You've got the corporate types versus the non-corporate types. Hipsters, aging hippies, people of all backgrounds, walks of life, the good stuff, the bad stuff, the weird stuff.
And everything in between. And it's based on what we actually experienced. Comedy is the best when it comes from real life.
Tragedy plus time equals comedy. That's Coppin Stayles. What boat are we in, Derek?
We're in sport. Look at the horn. It's a little button right there. This guy, Derek D, that is hosting this show within this show called Fast Lane Daily. I could go back in real life and go look at an episode from anywhere from 2008 to 2016 and watch this guy hosting this show in real life? The answer is yes. So it's going from reality to the sitcom world.
It's kind of meta.
How did we get here?
You know, I think hard work and perseverance. You know, we've both been through a lot since Fastlane Daily ended, and we thought, you know, the fans reach out to me on a daily basis in all forms of social media asking about it, so we know it's still relevant. We know you guys want something, so here it is. Now, will the actual Fastlane Daily come back? Maybe it will. After the sitcom is picked up, maybe both will, which could be a really cool dynamic between TV and the real world. When we go to networks, and we've talked to some networks, we've talked to executives, we need to show we have an audience.
And lasting almost a decade with hundreds of millions of views definitely proves that.
This is where you guys come in. Share this video, watch this video, like this video.
We believe in the world of streaming media. Coppin Stayles has a home. We'd like to thank the guys at Brookline Media and Mike Spinelli.
Yes, absolutely. And Rob and John over at Gotham Dream Cars for letting us shoot in the warehouse and drive this beautiful Ferrari 488 Spider. Oh, yes.
We're hoping to reignite the Fastlane Daily brand in the form of a sitcom.
And so make sure you watch, like, share, and we really do appreciate it. We love you guys and thank you so much. But we're going to go have some fun now. Okay.
All right, Derek D. All right, Derek D. Okay, Derek D. You're scaring me, Derek D.
That's a good outtake. That was genuine. That wasn't me fooling around. I think you have enough video of me freaking out to make your own little...
Let's do one more back out there.